Hello guys, so welcome back to Lex Education channel where we try to simplify your learning as much as possible. So I just want to quickly point out that if you've not been taking advantage of the different strategy videos that I've been posting for the past few weeks, okay, you're actually cheating yourself because there's been several testimonies of people who have tried using these different strategies and they've made cool cash and cool profits for themselves. Okay, so it's been your best interest to go through the videos, okay, on the Forex playlist and try to see the particular strategy that resonates well with you and try to master it, and then you have a strategy for your Forex trading moving forward. Okay, also, if you're a first timer on this channel, I would like for you to quickly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell just so you don't get to miss out on subsequent videos that have been posted on this channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's strategy. Now, today we're going to be making use of indicators like the Parabolic SAR. So let's add it to our chart. Parabolic SAR. Yep. So we're going to be making use of step 0.02, maximum 0.2, style I'm using 2 pixel, and I'm using a green color. Okay, so I click on done, and yeah, you can see the different dots imprinted on the screen. Okay, so that is what we call the Parabolic SAR. Now I'm going to be adding another indicator which is called the average directional index. So I'm going to add that straight away. Average directional movement index, ADX. So we're going to be making use of 14 period, and the style is going to be 2 pixels still. The +1 plus DI is going to be, I'm going to be using a green color for that, and the minus DI is going to be a red color. And then I would like for you to add levels 25. Very, very important. Please add level 25 on the Parabolic SAR, average directional movement index settings. Then when you're through with all that, you click done. And here we go. This is our ADX on the chart. So this is a very quick one. How does this strategy work? I'll tell you. Now, the first thing I need to do, like I always say, quickly go get your pen and paper so you can take down the different procedures that I will be writing. And remember, I always say that I like using different time frames. The essence of that is so your stop loss size will not be large. Okay, that is why I always make use of that. All right, so we'll start with the the H4 time frame. In this strategy, we'll start with the H4 time frame. Now I'm going to put my marker here. Let's say I want to look out for a sell position. So this is what I will do. Please take note. I'm going to bring my marker. All I need to do is to try to locate the start of the Parabolic SAR on the H4 time frame. The start of the Parabolic SAR on the H4 time frame when I'm looking for a sell, for example. Now, as you can see, this is where the Parabolic SAR started. That is where I have placed my marker. So what I will simply do is to then go over to the H1 time frame to go and wait. So I'll move to the H1 time frame to go and wait. And yeah, on the H4 time frame, what am I waiting for? I am simply waiting. Sometimes it might take a day or two before you finally get the signal when you do this. Okay, now I'm going to simply wait for the Parabolic SAR to start imprinting on the opposite direction. This is what I mean. The opposite direction. Can you see? Now it started somewhere here. Once I see it start on the H1 time frame, then I know that good, I would soon get my entry. Okay, so what do? I'm still going to wait for it to keep going. Then I move straight to my M15 time frame where I'm going to be pulling the trigger. Okay, that's why I'm going to be taking my entry. Now I'll move straight to the M15 time frame. When I move to the M15 time frame, what am I supposed to be looking out for? Very simple. Now I'm going to be looking out for two things. One, the Parabolic SAR would now have to start in the direction of my intended direction. Okay, so since I'm looking out for a sell, then I expect the Parabolic SAR to start imprinting from the top. However, that's not the only thing I would be looking out for. Okay, as soon as it starts imprinting, I should also wait to see a crossover of the ADX. Okay, as you can see, it started imprinting here, yet there was no crossover here, meaning that you're still not supposed to enter the market yet. You still have to wait. Okay, so I'll wait, come to this side. Yes, because for a sell setup, the red ADS have to cross the green one upward. Okay, so when it crosses the green one upwards, it has to also go and touch the level 25. I don't know if that's very clear to you. Okay, so two things on the entry time frame. The ADX, the red one for a sell, the red one must cross upward, okay, the green one, and then it must touch the level 25. As soon as it touches the level 25, you can storm into the trade. Okay, once you storm into the trade, you can now look out for, of course, you can place your stop loss. Don't just from there. Okay, most of the time, as soon as this happens, the market is not expected to go back to the peak. Most of the time it has locked. Okay, so you can just either place your stop loss just above the high, okay, of the last candle, or you can decide to just, but in all, just ensure that from where you made your entry, okay, where your stop loss is not more than 10 or 12 pips. Just make sure it's not up to, in fact, the maximum of 15 pips, okay, from there, but it shouldn't even be up to 15 pips, because it's a very powerful strategy that also gives you a very, very low risk. Okay, then after that, you try to ensure you target a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. By that I mean, if you're risking $20, then you should ensure that you get up to $60. That's simply what it, as profit, that's simply what it means. If you're risking $100, then you should be able to leave this trade with $300. That's simply what it means. Okay, guys, so just watch out for that, and then you could have just look at where you would have entered and then see how far the trade would have come. Okay, and you would have gotten your 1:3 risk to reward ratio very easily. Okay, so we're going to quickly look at the buy setup so that you get to understand better. Now, for the buy setup, it's similar. Firstly, I'm going to have to look out for the start of the parabolic SAR. Okay, so let me use this. Now, this is my parabolic SAR imprinting on the bottom, showing me that price is going upwards. So on the H4 time frame, I'm going to look out for the start of the parabolic SAR. Then I will go over to the H1 time frame to wait. Now, when I move over to the H1 time frame, all I'm waiting for is what? The parabolics are moving on the opposite direction. As soon as I see that, then I know that my signal is about to ripen. Okay, so I'll immediately go over to the M15 time frame to start looking out for the signal to enter the market. Now, what am I supposed to be looking out for on the M15 time frame? We've said that before. Number one, the parabolic SAR must start imprinting in the intended direction. However, you're not supposed to jump into this trade just immediately. I said number two, there must have been a crossover of the ADX. Now, in this case, the green one, because it's a buy signal, the green one should cross the red one upwards, which is correct. Good. However, you're still not supposed to jump into the market yet at this point. You have to wait for the green ADX to touch the levels 25. At that point, you're very, very certain that yes, the signal has been perfected. Now, think about it. Did you notice also that the price never came back to this direction, to this point again, without until it gave us the 1:3 risk to reward ratio? And at times it could be more than that. So imagine you're entering the market here and you're placing your stop loss just maybe around here. Okay, and then look at how much you would have made for yourself, guys. So like I said, you could just target a 1:3 risk to reward ratio. Okay, and as you get to perfect these different strategies, you would know when to hold your trades for longer periods and all of that. So thank you so much, guys. I believe you've learned something today. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and ensure that you subscribe if you're a first time on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.